I'd like to sort of introduce a guy who's seen on the channel quite a few times. And his name is, of course, James Hewitt, aka Hewittz Hotwheels. And he's creating fantastic customs, going from wheel swaps. If you have a look at this, I believe it's a Pagani Huayra, or Huayra, if you want to pronounce it like someone who isn't Jeremy Clarkson. Of course, if you have seen Top Gear, he did used to pronounce this called Huayra, which is probably correct, as how on earth are you supposed to pronounce that without going Huayra? But we'll get off that topic. It's of course a fantastic cast already. Came from the, I believe it's the Roadster series that appeared in Walmart from late 2021, sort of. And he's put on these really nice 6-spoke wheels, or 5-spoke wheels, sorry, which really complement the car. They're in chrome and they just look fantastic. I mean, that paint job pops in the sun. It looks fantastic. I love the gold. I'm not really one for exotics, I have to say. I'm not really a fan of exotics, but this one looks really nice, and I think it's done perfectly. And Hewittz has really complemented it by doing that. And of course, we do have front and rear details, which make it look even better. What more do you want? Answer that quite easily by just simply mentioning the word James Hewitt or Hewittz Hotwheels 3 times, and some of his customs pop up on screen. So, James Hewitt. And what do you know it? You can see my reflection now, but it's happened. And we see some insane customs. Now, I'm not talking just sort of wheel swapping and, you know, the regular sort of nice customizing, but just sort of everyone can manage to do it if they want to put their mind to it. We're talking big time Hewittz Hotwheels customs, which is, I can't believe I'm even saying that. I mean, this table's seen quite a few diecast. I mean, it'll even say it goes into tons at this point, but it's never quite seen anything like these two. So let's take an in-depth look at them, and we'll talk a little bit why these are on my table and not on a Hewittz Hot Wheels shelf way back in the Midwest of the US. But first, I think it's time for American Rapid to return. Now, I always liked Hewittz Hot Wheels customs, ever since he did his first little wheel swaps. I remember those. They were sort of November time of 2020, I believe, when he started exploring after a That's a Man diecast sort of video that looked up or popped up, and just sort of piqued my interest, and I started watching him. Honest Diecast made me aware of his channel, and actually I was sort of in his first sort of thanking video, you can guess, in the description. And of course, the very, very famous to me and him, that is not a Ferrari, that is a McLaren F1, to which he replied with, haha, that's funny, because he did it wrong. He mentioned the McLaren F1 as being a Ferrari, which really hurt me being an Englishman. But I'm going off topic again. Now, Hewittz is really a very talented guy, of course, very old school, and if you haven't checked out his channel, please do go over there, because he creates stuff like this, which is just freaking fantastic. But if you haven't got over his channel, watch it. Everything's raw. I mean, he tends to sort of pull up things that have absolutely nothing to do with diecast, that somehow manage to relate to diecast. I have no idea how. Like, for instance, I'm going to try and do it now.
Hey, Hewittz Hotwheels here, and today we have it's a 2015 Duke Nismo headlight. That was a bit Australian there, sorry. And here we are. I have a few of these. They're quite heavy. Not too heavy. You can still do some bicep curls on them on my massive muscles. Of course, I have to chop my t-shirts up to be able to fit my absolutely massive muscles on there. But yeah, you get the picture.
That right there is what happens when you try to be American, Australian, and Boris Johnson at the same time. But I'm going to take a look at the stats, and I've stalled it enough. This video is going to end up being like half an hour long if I don't hurry up. But honestly, I wanted to give you a little bit of insight into Hewittz Hot Wheels. So let's get into his Hot Wheels. Each of Hewitz's customs can come in one of these acrylic cases, either the big one or the small one. Whatever one it is, he always tries to put them in. If they don't fit, then he obviously can't. But it's just a nice presentation. It fits nicely on my my display up in my room, and it just looks nice, especially next to this Advan. Oh, sorry, not Advan. Sonic. Sorry, Calsonic. Lose my words there. Set. But the presentation is fantastic and easily slips off, just like a tarmac works. Hewittz will get that reference. And as you can see, this fantastic just presentation. The gold and the purple is just my favourite colour combo. I absolutely love that. Of course, the Dia de los Muertos, that was fantastic Spanish, I know. just the smell. The smell is just fantastic coming off that. It's just sort of fresh paint, but just in a nice way. We'll get off the base and we'll take a few photos with it. It's scary having this out. I really don't want to drop this, because then it'll be like a Hewittz video where he's sort of saying that, well, there's loads of scuff marks on here, man. I've marked it up, man. There's so many scratch marks, but there really just isn't anything there. But if I dropped it, it would be on hard rock, and it would be a sorry sight, and I don't want to do that because Hewittz Customs is just pure art. Right now it is perfect time to take some photos, so we're going to do that. I'm going to show them at the end of the video, but first I've got to show you that Calsonic GTR. Before I do that, I'm going to show you a bit around this, including the interior details, which is fantastic. And that thing looks like it's some sort of child's playset, but still, the details are all there incredibly. I mean, you've got a massive Hewittz shifter, which is unpractical for any human to use unless you have 8-foot long arms, but still a fantastic addition. You have some nice harnesses there, which are just tiny. I mean, I'm on pretty much full zoom right now, and it's still very hard to look at. See on both sides. The steering wheel is nicely detailed. You can see my thumb there for reference is absolutely massive compared to this thing. Of course, a massive roll cage in the back in case you sort of flip down. Of course, the driver and passenger who would actually be in the crash, of course, don't really matter because there isn't anything there. But I'm joking with you. This thing is absolutely insane. I mean, the base details as well are very nice. Of course, Hewittz Hotwheels initials there. Just fantastic presentation all the way around. Of course, screws so it doesn't come apart in the... For reference, if anyone doesn't know, the Calsonic race team was sort of a sponsor or main sponsor of Nissan's touring car championship leaders in the Japanese touring car racing, I believe. It's a very famous car and actually held in the Nissan Omori factory or collection, which you can actually visit in Tokyo, Japan, I believe it is. And it's a huge warehouse with every single Nissan racing car and sort of production car that they have made. I believe there's a few Dukes in there too, which would be interesting. I'd go for them purely for that, and I hope I am able to go there eventually and witness some true Japanese Dukes. Of course, we like to say Duke on this channel, so that would be fantastic. Now, in just a second, I'm going to very reluctantly take these off the base, but first I would like to show you guys something very quickly. And it's not the insane customs on it, it's in fact, if we turn this around, we can actually see the Hewittz Hotwheels initials there, and also a fantastic Hewittz Hotwheels signature, which I absolutely love getting signatures from fellow collectors and friends in the hobby, so that is a great one to add, the Hewittz and sort of diecast memorabilia. And when Hewittz becomes famous, I will have a million people begging to have a signature, and I will just say, no, this is mine, Hewittz made this for me, and even if I give up collecting, I will still have this card to cherish. And just a fantastic thing to keep. So we're going to get it off the frame and show you guys a bit closer how these are. I do not understand how stressful that was taking these off. I was silent for the longest I have been in at least 10 minutes, and that's saying something, because I apparently had an argument with myself with the sleep once, and I guess I won. But that's again going off topic. I need to get on the topic and talk about these insane customs. Again, I can't stress that enough. Hewittz, I cannot thank you enough for these. Let's have a look at these two. I'm actually watching right now and gotten through my ramble. I thank you very much, but I have to ramble on because it's who I am. I ramble on a lot, and also Hewittz, I'm keeping up with his theme of sort of going on forever, talking about everything he loves to with so much passion. But these are what I'm passionate for right now, and it's of course these. I mean, the wheels are a wheel swap. They look really nice, really sort of suit the characteristics of the car, especially with the red roll cage we'll show up in a second. It's actually a really nice deep dish wheel, which you might not be able to catch on camera, but you see it's quite deep. You could eat your pasta off it if you wanted to. Have a nice deep dish bowl of pasta in your R32 GTR. But the colour is absolutely fantastic. The camera can't quite get it, but it's sort of like a pearl sort of blue with a bit of sort of light blue mixed in, which is what I really love. I love colour flips. But as you can see, Calsonic number 12 on the top there. You can do more research if you'd like about the Calsonic race team, but of course they are fantastic. I believe they actually dominated in the Calsonic or the league. I believe the Calsonic team actually won the Japanese Touring Car Championship, which I'm not entirely sure about. But inside we'll see, if you can see that smoke glass, There's some nice details. That steering wheel is nicely done. Of course, the binnacle is also done, which is that silver strip. There's a massive roll cage, and of course an unpractical but massive gear knob, or gear shifter if you're American. Here we like to call them gear knobs. Bit of a cultural difference. Of course, you can also see Hotwheels logo right there, which is sort of like a Mattel design sort of thing. And we ain't done yet. Let's have a look at the hauler, and we'll take some photos, and we'll put them all together, and we'll say stay juking, and we'll let you go. Now today's been a bit of a different one actually. I've noticed myself a lot of energy, which is unusual for me actually. But yeah, we can also see that this thing has been souped up. It's sort of like a design I'd imagine the Japanese or Hewittz Hotwheels to come up with, which is a good thing, ain't a bad thing. But I'd like to point out the fact that Hewittz has custom made an exhaust to put in this thing. See, just the middle of the cab and the back there, but also this weird sort of nice, really well put together frame holding the once tyres to the GTR, which look really good on there. I mean, it's so delicate, I don't want to touch it properly. As you can see, it's already started to sort of get away there. You can see there's a bit of a crack, but it doesn't really matter. I don't mind. You can see that the interior is tan, just nice details still all the way around. The chassis is also detailed. Yes, chassis, not what is it? A chassis you call it over there, or a I can't remember what you call it, but it's something wrong. The English version is always correct. As you can see, the Calsonic with Sonic livery there. Sonic didn't actually have anything to do with the race team. But just funny, nice, really well done. Just fantastic all the way around, and I can't wait to see what Hewittz does in the future. So let's have some photos. All I have to say now is stay safe, stay well, and of course, stay juking.